Welcome back. Well, the federal election is fast approaching and the League's head writer Lance Turnbull is very excited. In addition to being our head writer, Lance also compiles the teleprompter script for the show. He's an all-round handsome guy and literally my favourite person. Make a kissy face in and lick your lips while you say this, Michael, you big sexy idiot. Ugh, bloody oath, Lance. Lance Turnbull filed this report.
Prime Ministers. We all have one, but not all of us know who they'll be in a month's time. Or who they are now. Yes, with the federal election set for July 2nd, Australia may soon have a new Prime Minister, but maybe also it won't. Will Malcolm Turnbull remain in the top job, or will the opposition leader not be the opposition leader anymore and instead be the Prime Minister? Australians wait with bated almost total indifference to find out. Coming into the Prime Ministership with a well-received and robust stance on not being Tony Abbott, Malcolm Turnbull has since seen a decline in popularity, with some saying that he's abandoned his principles for power. On the other side of the politics is the opposition leader, who is the leader of the Labor Party. Let's see where our leaders stand on the key issues. On same-sex marriage, Turnbull now supports Tony Abbott's old policy of spending $160 million taxpayer dollars on delaying the inevitable change to the Marriage Act, a national plebiscite. The opposition leader, on the other hand, supports simply having the government vote on it, which is a lot cheaper, and also that's literally the government's job. On tackling climate change, both men agree that immediate action is required, but disagree on how to do it. While Malcolm Turnbull supports the existing policy of direct action, under which this country's emissions have risen steadily over the last few years, the opposition leader supports the implementation of an emissions trading scheme, which is a bit like a carbon tax, except it's not called a carbon tax. But perhaps the starkest difference between the major parties is on the issue of refugee boat arrivals. While the Labor Party support the indefinite detention of asylum seekers on remote Pacific islands and boat turnbacks for new arrivals, the Liberal Party instead support the indefinite detention of asylum seekers on remote Pacific islands, boat turnbacks for new arrivals, and that the Labor Party can't be trusted to be harsh enough on the issue. Last Sunday, the two great minds met in an explosive battle of the talking points, in what has been described as a snooze fest and a disgrace. Despite showing up in matching costumes, no, not that one, the one with the red tie. Despite showing up in matching costumes, the two leaders' empty rhetoric couldn't have been more different. Malcolm Turnbull said that he was the man to trust on the economy. Jobs, growth, jobs and growth, and jobs and growth. But Labor are the ones to trust on schools, healthcare and housing affordability, said opposition leader Shirt Bingley? And both men claim to have the answer to budget repair. While Malcolm plans to cut taxes for the rich, which will somehow lead to investment, jobs, and growth, Bing Crosby plans to just manage the economy real good and be responsible but also fair. So who won the debate? Judging by the ratings that night, it was MasterChef by a good lead. Perhaps the next debate could be livened up by incorporating elements from that show.
To ensure that Australians remain a high-wage, generous social welfare net, first world economy.
Or they could make the debate a literal fight, where Short Round attacks with his trusty hammer and sickle, while Turnbull uses projectile weaponry, a barrage of Apple Watches. Or they could even incorporate a swimsuit competition. Whatever happens, the nation will be watching, or just as likely, not watching, these two battle it out for another month yet. One thing's for sure though, on July 2nd, one of these men will be handed the reins to this bucking stallion of a nation. And with a firm hand and a steady heart, they will lead this country for like a year and a half until the polls go bad and their party replaces them. Brimby Stardust?